Please give up for my friend, man with a big heart, big everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Bend Over.
Good evening, hello. Well, we finally made it. Wow. Thank you for that, Mitch.
You're welcome, Ben.
Right, so we finally made it, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, here I am, and just think about this. You want to go and see Taylor Swift? £2.5 grand. Come and see me, €2.5. There you go. Show business is a cruel mistress. Oh, so anyway, right, we've got a bit to do tonight. Okay, yeah, I know there's all this gear here, so you're probably thinking this is going to be fucking amazing. I was going to say, yeah, I didn't start off doing this, as you probably know. Oh, Steve also said he's going to be singing all his hits. I played drums on 3 hits, so that's going nowhere. Although, having said that, in 1978, I did put a record out. It was like a new wave sort of punk thing called Clitoris. You'll never have heard of it. It's really hard to find. I never intended to get into this business, really. I actually trained as an Amish electrician. I'm going to have to. Am I only going to have to explain that? Am I? Come on. Please, do good. No. Talking to Taylor Swift, I'm not dissing the Swift. I love Taylor Swift. She's amazing. And she wears them tight outfits, doesn't she? And she's hot. Yeah. I watched the concert of hers, you know, the Eras tour. I watched the concert of hers the other night. From Amsterdam, I think it was. You know where she sprains her wrist? Oh no, that was me. Sorry. Oh, lovely. Thanks so much. So anyway, now I've got to tell you, I've got a couple of public service announcements to make first. Ladies, if you could try your best not to get moist during the show, and also no rushing the stage. Oh, so look, we were in lovely sunny Spain. The sun's going down, so it should be okay. And I love Spain, love living in Spain. And get ready for the gig. I thought I'd go for a massage yesterday, for a massage in Denia. Very nice, and never been there before. I went in this room and this guy, lovely masseur called Pedro. Lovely guy. So I'm having the massage. About halfway through, I said, Pedro, he said, si, senora. I said, is it normal to get like an erection while you're having a massage? He said, oh, si, senor, it's perfectly normal. I said, can you just get it out of my fucking face? So I'm glad I took 3 fucking days to write that gag, so. Should we have a little, I don't know what to do. Should we have a question, Mitch? Should we take a question from the audience before we do another song?
Okay, Ben, have you ever had sex? I'm sure you have. Have you ever had sex with anyone super famous?
Oh, okay. Well, not really. Unless you count one of the dancers from Hot Gossip.
Oh, wow.
Does that work?
Great band, Hot Gossip, yeah.
Great band. They weren't a band, bitch.
Well, you know,
bunch of dancers.
To a 13-year-old like me, they were fine. Yeah.
So, actually, I could tell you, yes. And one other person, I suppose, quite famous. Now, we all done the show Big Brother, right? 3 times they sort of called me in and said, oh, you might. I didn't really want to do it, but it was good money, so I thought. And they were all a bit worried about putting a male porn star in for obvious reasons. So I didn't get it anyway, and then last time I nearly got it, and they put Jenna fucking Jameson, more on her later, in. And then, do you remember when it started? Russell Brand used to do the after show. Remember that? No, none of you used to watch it because you got too much taste. But anyway, Russell Brand used to do Big Brother's Big Mouth or whatever it was called. Anyway, and he left because he was, I think he had drug problems. So they said, do you want to come in and audition to do the after show? So I went, yeah, okay. So I went in. And they rigged up this whole studio with the audience and all the rest of it, which was all good. And the other person who was auditioning was Peaches fucking Geldof. That's not her name, the middle name, I mean. I just didn't like her, and she was rubbish. So we both did our auditions. I knew I was never going to get it if Peaches Geldof was there. But I kind of got a bit of an affinity with Peaches Geldof. We had a connection, if you will. So when she was doing her audition, I went to my dressing room and I had a white t-shirt and a Sharpie. So I wrote something on the back of my white t-shirt, put my jacket back on, and then when we came off after the audition, Peaches Geldof was walking behind me, and so I took my jacket off, and on the back of my shirt I'd written, I fucked your mum up the arse, smiley face. It was Paula Yates, before she was famous. So, I don't know, all I can remember is a flat in Notting Hill Gate. She had a polka dot rah-rah skirt, do you remember them? Yeah, and green shag butt, that's all I can remember. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, dancer from Hot Gossip and Paula fucking Yates. So.
Another one coming here said, did you mix with the Hollywood celebs when you were in California? That's another one for you, Ben.
Now, Mitch, I've told you this before. Name dropping, okay? I do not like name dropping. It's a terrible thing to do. Rod Stewart told me that. So anyway, God, I'll tell you what, it's hot. I'm sweating like Gemma Collins on Mastermind.
Like Michael Jackson in Hamleys.
Yes. Stop it. All right, stop it. Where was it? Oh, Hollywood. Yeah. So anyway, I went to. I spent quite a lot of time in LA, and we flew out there once with a friend of mine, Bill, who was like John Le Mesurier, like that type. So anyway, I flew out there, and we took this young girl from England. That was called Kaylee. Little 18-year-old girl just getting in the business. So we turned up there in the agency. He said, "Oh, we've got a big Hollywood bachelorette party tomorrow. Do you want to come and bring the young lady?" So we said, "Yeah, we'll have a crack at that." And so anyway, we turned up. It was at some Hollywood hotel, you know, Beverly Hills Hilton, I think it was. So I walked in as Timothy Dalton, Bruce Willis. See, I'm dropping them all now.
You are.
Arnold Schwartz, a coloured person. Right? You've got to be careful with that last name. If that E becomes an I, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's funny though, if I say something like, "Oh, I can see you snigger," I can say that. Just put a little S on the front of it. Anyway, you know what I mean? Isn't it weird? So anyway, so we're at this party, so we're going in, there's always celebs there, and Arnold Schwarzenegger there, who I got to know quite well sometime after that. And so there's this little Kaylee there and everything, and we're all banging around, so we just went out a bit. Anyway, I walked back in about half an hour later, gone into a little backstage area. Arnold Schwartz, a coloured person's there, big cigar. Kaylee's on her knees sucking his cock. I went, "Yeah, what did you think I was going to say?" She was having a conversation about solving the Middle East crisis. So anyway, she's on her knees sucking her cock. So I'm going, "Oh, all right, you all right, Kaylee?" She's going, I said, "Oh, sorry, Mr. Schwartz, a coloured person. Don't worry." So as I turned to walk away, I turned to Richard, I said, "I'll be back." And he winked at me. He winked at me. Yeah. So there you go. Good to see you all there. There's my man Gordon. You alright, mate? Yeah. Gordon. By the way, just to let you know, Gordon, for all you ladies, I know he's a housewife's favourite. Gordon's just opened. No, seriously. I don't know if you heard about it. Gordon's just opened an OnlyFans account. No? If you want to look him up, goes on like greased up cougar from the planet Big Bollocks. Talking of OnlyFans, I just had this idea, right? All you lovely ladies here, I'm thinking of starting a new streaming service called Only Nans. Fancy a bit of that? See me after. So what you got for me, Mitch?
Got loads of questions coming in, which is great, Ben. Thank you very much. One here says...
he sounds like a radio DJ. I know he is.
Well, here's a good one. If the first take wasn't a rap, how many retakes would you have done? And what was the most successful genre of films you made?
Right, okay, well, strangely enough, it's Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know, of course, it's all quiet. You're all looking at each other going, "It wasn't me." Yeah. Oh, let's sit down, shall we? Oh, there we go. I will be making the noise when I get up. I'm at that age now where I can't get up without making a noise. I don't know. And also, if I have to kneel down for something, I think, what the fuck else can I do while I'm down here? So yeah, Housewives, and we did this series called British Housewives Fantasies. And we used to get this just before mobile phones, any of that malarkey. So we used to get these Polaroids through the post, and they go, "Oh, yeah, she looks alright." So we took a trip up to me and my mate Steve, Northern Steve. We took a little trip up to a place called Newark. Anyone ever heard of Newark? It's in Nottinghamshire, I think. Yes. The only thing that distinguishes Newark is the fact that it's an anagram of wanker. That's it. There's nothing else there at all except a whole bunch of fucking council estates. So I've turned up. So we turned up. at this address, and it's this right dodgy council estate. You know the sort of council estates where you drive through and people have got furniture on their front lawn for some, I don't know, for guests, I guess, I don't know. It's like sofas and so we parked up, we knocked on the door, and the woman I had a photograph of was like a redhead with a perm. The woman who opened the door had dark hair in a bob. I said, oh, hello, I'm here to see Angie. She said, Angie's not here. I went, oh, okay. She said, my name's Melanie. I said, hello, Melanie. What's the situation? Oh, Angie can't make it. Angie's had to go to social services with her kids. I went, oh, okay, right. She said, but I'm her next door neighbour. And she came around this morning, she said, Melanie, this is a completely normal conversation in one of these places, I'm guessing. She said, hello, Melanie, yeah. Yeah, I've got to go to social services, but I'm supposed to be shooting a porn movie. Can you do it for me? And she's gone, yeah, all right. So anyway, she's all come in. I said, at the time, I had a really expensive AMG Mercedes parked outside this dodgy council estate. So I said, is my car going to be out there? She said, is it going to be okay out there? She says, is it alarmed? I said, alarmed? It's fucking shitting itself. So anyway, we got in, and she's gone, it's quite poignant, this story, actually. So we got in there, and she says, oh, I've got all these like stockings and suspenders that I've never worn. She says, all right if I put them? I go, yeah, what do you want to do? So anyway, we got on, we cracked on. Steve's got it all going. We're shooting this scene, everything's going rather well. And she says, oh, excuse me, she says, can we stop for a minute? I went, yeah, sure, what's the matter? She said, I've got to go and pick my kids up from school. As you do. So we got, yeah, right. So she said, oh, I'll have to ring a taxi and go get a bus. I said, no, I'll drive down there. So we piled in the car, driven to pick her car. So to pick these two kids up, one's about 6, one's about 8. They're all getting this fucking car. It's about 100 grand's worth of car in this. It's probably worth in the entire council estate. And all blacked out. It was a right drug dealer's car, you know what I mean? It was all blacked out windows. And so we piled the kids in the car. They didn't have a clue what was going on. I didn't tell them, obviously. And so she said, oh, we'll just drop them off at my sister. So I went and dropped the kids off at her sister, went back, everyone got fucking undressed, carried on, finished the scene. And then afterwards, it was really good. She was a lovely lady. So afterwards, I got, all the forms filled out and everything, and I gave her 400 quid. She said, there's 400 quid here. I said, I know. She said, why have you given me 400 quid? I said, that's how much you get paid. She said, am I getting paid? I said, yeah. She said, I can't believe it. She said, I've had the best time of my fucking life, and I'm getting paid. She said, but this is 400 quid. I said, yeah, that's how much you get. She said, fucking hell, is there any more work like this? And then she said, well, I thought it was really sweet. She said, oh my God, I can take my kids away on holiday. And I thought that was really, yeah, exactly. Thank you for the eyes, really sweet. So, basically, apart from being a filthy, disgusting pornographer, I'm also a social service. So there we go. Thank you. The other thing you mentioned about genres, which I didn't think was going to be particularly successful, is hairy girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hairy girls. Anyone into hairy girls here? No one's going to fucking admit it, are they? Let's be honest. Anyway, so we've got this girl, and the only reason I wanted to shoot this scene, because I came up with this gag, which I should have thought was hilarious. So I put this whole scene together just so I could crack this gag. And I'm going to tell you what happened now. So I was going to call this girl Mary Hinge. Which I thought was clever, but unfortunately the Americans, the word minge doesn't mean anything in America. So you can say minge all you like. You can say minge and bollocks in America, all you want. People used to come up to me and say bollocks. Say bollocks. I said bollocks. It's just funny, the Americans. Present company accepted. So I ended up calling her Holly Bush. Anyway, she grew all her hair out, which was fab. And like I say, I did a whole scene just for this one gag. So she was wearing tights, like flesh-coloured tights, and a miniskirt. And so I said, right, okay, we're going to start the scene off. I said, just take your miniskirt off, sit on the sofa and spread your legs. So she took the miniskirt off, sat on the sofa, spread her legs, and I said, fuck me, looks like ZZ Top doing a bank job. So, what was your next question, Mitch?
Here's a good one. In your early films, you once spoke about hanging outside universities looking to pick up young, sexy girls. Now, on reflection, Ben, do you find that a bit creepy? You said it.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. This is. You've got this so wrong. You have got this so wrong, guys, because it's. It wasn't that at all. It wasn't that at all. It was actually part of a government scheme.
I believe that.
It was part of a government scheme. I'm not lying. It was actually a student occupational outreach program. So there you go. Letting the girls learn more. What's the matter? That's disgusting hanging outside. Yeah,
Well, you said it apparently. Here's another one that's just come in. This was from the 70s. What was it like when porn was illegal? Did you get hounded by the law? I guess you did.
Oh yeah, just a bit.
Tell us more. Tell us what it was
Just
like.
a bit. I had a fucking loyalty card, mate. It was ridiculous. Yes, we did spend a lot of time in trouble with the police. Funny enough, a lot of people don't even know this. Even people in the porn industry don't realise that porn was illegal in the UK until the year 2000. And everyone's like really shocked. But yeah, there you go. It's fucking it's fun, songs, and information. You know what I mean? What you get? So yeah, it was illegal before too. So yeah, I used to work for. How we came to live in Spain, funnily enough, is because we used to shoot porn movies around here for a company from Barcelona called Private, a Swedish company. And so there's a film called Lady in Spain, I think, and then they then changed the name to Spanish Dreams. So if you ever get hold of that, it was all shot around here, which is why we ended up moving it. But yeah, it was illegal, and we had a lot of trouble. And when we were shooting movies in the 80s and 90s, we had to be very, very careful because the police would raid all the time. So what we used to do, we had a film that we'd done of like underwear, just girls posing in underwear. And when the first thing we used to do when we got to a set was we found somewhere where we could hide the tapes. So, you know, someone would go off and find a loose floorboard or something. And when we'd finish the tape, we'd take the tape out. Tapes, yeah, we used to shoot on tape. Yeah. You take the tape out, hide it under the floorboards, and then if the old bill came knocking at the door, we used to put the tape with the underwear because we were shooting this and it was all fine. But yes, to be honest, we did get hounded by the law. And I thought it was an episode of The Sweeney when every week, I was working with this company in Wimbledon, and every week I used to have to go and give 200 quid to the Wimbledon police. Yeah. And I used to have to meet in this street, and this guy in a BMW, and he used to flash his headlights twice, and I flashed my headlights twice, and then I had to go and give him, it's fucking mental, mate.
Well, the backhanders, yeah?
Yeah, backhanders, wow. all of them, yeah. When I was working in Soho in the 70s, that was the corruption in the police in the Soho was unbelievable. And we used to have 2 sets of masters and 2 projectors, because it was all projectors back then. But the police used to raid us on a Friday. They used to take all our films, all our projections and all the rest of it, and then we had to go somewhere to get another load and come start up again. And then they eventually would give them back to us because we pay them. And then so that way it just went on. So the Soho police back in the 70s, do you remember Operation Countryman? They tried to weed out all the so anyway, yes, the answer is yes. I was handed like fuck by him.
Yeah, no, it's quite corrupt, yeah, go ahead, interesting. Yeah. Do you want another one?
Hang on, what we got here?
How many awards have you actually got, Ben?
I don't know, Mitch, there's so many, I've lost count, darling.
What's your most famous award then?
I don't know, it's, well, this is the thing. I've got 4 Lifetime Achievement Awards. And it was when I suddenly got the 4th one, I think they're trying to tell me something here. Because I think generally speaking, you get a Lifetime Achievement Award, you're supposed to fuck off. I think that's the idea. And they go, we'll give him another one, see if he gets the hint. Oh, he still hasn't got the hint, but it's about 30.
Wow.
It's about 30. But award shows, the thing is, people always turn their noses up at awards. You know, awards don't mean anything. You know, it's the people who say awards don't mean anything, or the people who never won a fucking award. So awards are great. There's nothing wrong with being on the stage and people saying that you're really good and giving you an award. What's wrong? Nothing wrong with that. So we used to go and do this every year in Las Vegas. They have a big porn award show. You've probably heard of it. And it was I had to present the award. I had to present the award there, and it was quite surreal. It was for best bukkake. Now, is anyone here doesn't know what bukkake is? Oh, only one. Right, so can someone, while I'm setting the next song up, can someone explain to the people who don't know what, or do you want me to tell you?
Tell us, Ben.
Oh, you lot, no, Ben, we don't know what that is. No. Basically, what it is a bird sits on a stool and 50 blokes come and spunk all over her face. I know, I didn't make it up. It's a Japanese thing. Anyway, so I'm at this award show at the Venetian or somewhere, in a big thing. There's about 4,000 people there. And I have to present this award for Best Bukkake. And it was this American guy, I can't remember her name. Make up a porn name, give me a porn name.
Pandora.
Oh, fuck. I have never sat on a stool and let 50 blokes come all over my face, alright? Yeah?
Early days.
Anyway, I can't remember, let's think of a name. Eileen Dover. There you go. Anyway. I can't remember, her name was Taylor, some Taylor Dane. No, she's a singer, isn't she? Taylor Dean. I think Taylor Dean her name was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So she's there, she's won this award. Basically, the premise of the movie was it was called The Great American Bukkake. Gangbang was another thing. Great American Bukkake. And the idea was, get the Americans there, they don't miss a trick, they're clever. It was one girl and 50 blokes, one for each of the states. Yeah, see what they did there? Clever. So they've all got these American flags everywhere. She's sitting on the stool. Anyway, it's all done. So I have to present the award, and of course, at the big award ceremony, they have a big video screen at the back. And so I present the award. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Dean, the winner of Best American Bukkake, Taylor Dean. She comes out in evening dress and all the rest of it. Big fucking picture of her on the video screen at the back. Now, it's just basically a picture of her with all these cocks coming in the side, right? Now there she is, it's about 14 feet high, this picture, right? She's got a face like a plasterer's radio, and all these blokes standing round her, and I have to produce this award, present this award. So she's walking up to the stage, so I'm looking at that, I'm going, yeah, all right, okay, fine. So she come up, and there's the usual. It's like, she goes, oh my God, I want to thank my mum, I want to thank my dad. I said, are you fucking kidding me? She, and most of all, she said, I want to thank my husband, Charlie. Charlie stands up and takes a round of applause. He says, mate, your missus is up there with a face like a plasterer's radio, 50 blokes just come out, and you're taking a round of applause. Mental. Good to see you all there. There's my man Gordon. You all right, mate? Yeah. Gordon. By the way, just to let you know, Gordon, for all you ladies, I know he's a housewife's favourite. Gordon's just opened. No, seriously. I don't know if you heard about it. Gordon's just opened an OnlyFans account. No? If you want to look him up, goes on like greased up cougar from the planet Big Bollocks. Talking of OnlyFans, I just had this idea, right? All you lovely ladies here, I'm thinking of starting a new streaming service called Only Nans. Fancy a bit of that? See me after. So what you got for me, Mitch?
Got loads of questions coming in, which is great, Ben. Thank you very much. One here says...
he sounds like a radio DJ. I know he is.
Well, here's a good one. If the first tape wasn't a rap, how many retakes would you have done? And what was the most successful genre of films you made?
Right, okay, well, strangely enough, it's Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know, it's getting all quiet. You're all looking at each other going, it wasn't me. Yeah. Oh, let's sit down, shall we? Oh, there we go. I will be making a noise when I get I'm at that age now where I can't get up without making a noise, I don't know. And also, if I have to kneel down for something, I think, what the fuck else can I do while I'm down here? So yeah, Housewives, and we did this series called British Housewives Fantasies. And we used to get, this is before mobile phones, any of that malarkey, so we used to get these Polaroids through the post, and we go, oh yeah, she looks alright. So we took a trip up to, me and my mate Steve, Northern Steve, we took a little trip up to a place called Newark. Anyone ever heard of Newark? It's in Nottinghamshire, I think, yes. The only thing that distinguishes Newark is the fact it's an anagram of wanker. That's it. There's nothing else there at all except a whole bunch of fucking council estates. So I've turned up, we turned up at this address, and it's this right dodgy council estate. You know the sort of council estates where you drive through and people have got furniture on their front lawn. for some, I don't know, for guests, I guess, I don't know. It's like sofas and TV. So we parked up, we knocked on the door, and the woman I had a photograph of was like a redhead with a perm. The woman who opened the door had dark hair in a bob. I said, oh, hello, I'm here to see Angie. She said, Angie's not here. I went, oh, okay. She said, my name's Melanie. I said, hello, Melanie. What's the situation? Oh, Angie can't make it. Angie's had to go to social services with her kids. I went, oh, okay, right. She said, but I'm her next door neighbour. And she came around this morning, she said, Melanie, this is a completely normal conversation in one of these places, I'm guessing. She said, hello, Melanie, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got to go to social services, but I'm supposed to be shooting a porn movie. Can you do it for me? And she's gone, yeah, all right. So anyway, she's all come in. I said, at the time, I had a really expensive AMG Mercedes parked outside this dodgy council estate. So I said, is my car going to be out there? She said, is it going to be okay out there? She says, is it alarmed? I said, alarmed? It's fucking shitting itself. So anyway, we got in, and she's gone, it's quite poignant, this story, actually. So we got in there, and she says, oh, I've got all these like stockings and suspenders that I've never worn. She says, here, if I put them, I go, yeah, what do you want to do? So anyway, we got on, we cracked on. Steve's got it all going. We're shooting this scene, everything's going rather well. And she says, oh, excuse me, she says, you know, can we stop for a minute? I went, yeah, sure, what's the matter? She said, I've got to go and pick my kids up from school. As you do. So we got, yeah, right. So she said, oh, I'll have to ring a taxi and go get a bus. I said, no, I'll drive down there. So we were piled in the car, driven to pick her car. So to pick these two kids up, one's about 6, one's about 8. They're all getting this fucking car. It's about 100 grand's worth of car in this. It's probably worth in the entire council estate. And all blacked out. It was a right drug dealer's car, you know what I mean? It was all blacked out windows. And so we piled the kids in the car. They didn't have a clue what was going on. I didn't tell them, obviously. And so she said, oh, we'll just drop them off at my sister. So I went and dropped the kids off at her sister, went back, everyone got on, running undressed, carried on, finished the scene. And then afterwards, it was really good. She was a lovely lady. So afterwards, I got, you know, all the forms filled out and everything, and I gave her 400 quid. She said, there's 400 quid here. I said, I know. She said, why have you given me 400 quid? I said, that's how much you get paid. She said, am I getting paid? I said, yeah. She said, I can't believe it. She said, I've had the best time of my fucking life, and I'm getting paid. She said, but this is 400 quid. I said, yeah, no, that's how much you get. She said, fucking hell, is there any more work like this? And then she said, well, I thought it was really sweet. She said, oh my God, I can take my kids away on holiday. And I thought that was really, yeah, thank you for the art, it's really sweet. So, you know, basically, apart from being a filthy, disgusting pornographer, I'm also a social service. So there we go. Thank you.
Colin just asked me, ask Ben, he said, I'm looking for a drummer, are you interested? That's Colin over there. So you actually got a job, not as a porn star, but as a drummer. Isn't that amazing? You go for one thing and get something else. You mentioned some of the odd gay stuff you did. Here's a great question.
No, I didn't mention some of the gay stuff I did. I did one fucking shoot.
No, I'm just telling you.
I was on the cover. I was when I did a photographic shoot.
Yeah.
And this has hounded me until people still talk about it. They stuck my picture on the cover of a video called Leather Joy Boys. I still get questioned about it to this day.
Well, I would have bought a copy of that. I was only leading into this next question. What do you think of midget porn? What a great question. Could you explain what that is to us young people?
Midget porn? I think it speaks for itself, doesn't it? Does it need any explanation?
What are your views on that, Ben?
Actually, midget porn. Oh, God. Hang on. Yeah, I can tell you about midget porn. Oh, fucking hell, this is a story enough. So anyway, I'm in Los Angeles, right, and I'm working for a company called Vivid, and there's a guy called Stevie Hirsch who runs it, and I was in his office one day and he comes in and he says, hey Ben, I said, what? They used to call me Steve because my stage name was Steve Perry because my real name's Lindsay, and they thought, oh anyway, it doesn't matter, I've had about 25 different names. I'm not on a witness protection scheme, honestly, right? So anyway, this guy Steve, so he says, hey, you never guess what happened today in America now, can't do this. He says, hey Brown, you never guess what happened today. So I'm driving into work, he says, and I stopped at a stoplight. I don't know if you know in America, but at stoplights in particularly Los Angeles, a lot of people hang around there with signs saying that they need work, you know? No, there's no way am I the only person that's ever seen that, but anyway, yeah. Because there's always a bench by the side and they sit there. Anyway, so he said, yeah, he said, I saw this midget bird he didn't say that because he's American. He said, I saw this midget girl. He said she was standing on the bench with a sign that said, need work, no job, too small. I went, I don't think she realised, but I was pissing myself by this point already. Anyway, so
That's bloody Rob as well.
so he said, so he's got, he says, yeah, she's quite good looking actually. I think she's Mexican. I went, oh, okay. So I said, what are you gonna do? He said, I'm gonna make her an offer. I went, all right. So he's gone, he's made her an offer, and she said, oh, I've never done anything like this before. He said, oh, I thought you might be interested in some adult work. She's gone, all right. And anyway, her name was something like Joela Hernandez del Fuego or something, I don't know. Anyway, so he said, we need a name for her. So I said, do you remember that Ray Stevens song from 1975? Right? Bridget the Midget, you remember that? The Queen of the Blues? So he went, yes, brilliant. So he said, you're now Bridget the Midget. Anyway, so she did a few bits and pieces, and I kind of knew her quite well. Anyway, then, fast forward about 3 years, and Channel 4 rang me up. Yeah. And they said, we're doing a documentary on midget porn. That wasn't. No, we're doing a documentary on midgets, and you know, how difficult it is for, so another gag came into my head then, but I'm not going to tell it. How difficult it is for them to get on in the world, you know what I mean, all the rest of it. And so he said, we're thinking of flying Bridget the Midget over. Have you heard of her? I said, oh yeah, I know her, yeah. He said, so we're going to fly her over and we're going to do this little documentary and we want you to like recreate a porn scene. It's not real, it's all fake because it's Channel 4 obviously. And I thought, thank fuck for that, do you know what I mean? Because I mean, she's about yay big. And I thought, my cock's going to come out of her fucking mouth, you know what I mean? Because my cock's about as long as her fucking stomach. And to be honest, I did think, this is a bit fucking creepy. I did. So anyway, she comes over, so we set this fake shoot up anyway. So she comes over, we're in the studio, and she arrives in a taxi, well, minicab. And anyway, and she's turned up with a load of fucking geezers right from LA, big fucking blokes. 7 of them was happy, dopey. They all look like mafia bosses, right? And so they're all, oh God, anyway. So we're doing the scene and it's weird because she comes out, they made her all this costume. So she's got like little stockings and suspenders and little stilettos. It looked like a fucking teddy bear, I swear to God. It was, you know, and I'm going, oh, all right. But I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen, yes, so, you know. So we're starting, pretending to do this scene and everything, right, and I'm thinking, this is just the weirdest thing ever. So anyway, we get into it, and the thing was, we had this like bed set up, and so I'm on the bed, and sat right at the end of the bed, at the other wall, with all these fucking 7 blokes sitting on their chairs, just arms folded like that. And I thought, oh God, this is a bit off-putting. Anyway, so we're doing the scene and all the rest of it, and it is weird, it is like fucking a teddy bear. And so at the end of it, he said, right, we've got to do like the fake cum shot at the end, you know what I mean? So the scene's finished. So anyway, I'm laying on the bed, and she's riding me like cowbell, they call it. You know what I mean? So she's on top of me. I'm like... So anyway, he said... So the director goes, he said, all right, we do the, you know, the fake cum shot at the end. All right, I thought, well, I'm going to give it some bollocks here. Not literally. So I'm going to give it here. So anyway, I've gone like this, and I've gone thrust. She shot off the end of my cock. About 3 feet in the air, like, landed at the end of the bed, and all I can see is these 2 little feet sticking up with these stilettos on. And then through them, I can see these guys going like, right? My stomach at this point was exploding because I really wanted to laugh so much, and I thought, if I fucking laugh, I'm dead. So anyway, so we got this. I thought, sorry about that, Bridget. She went, well, that wasn't necessary, was it? I was just trying to make it good. Anyway, so then she had a bit of a rant. We finally got the scene finished. The blokes weren't happy, and that's it. There's no punchlines to that gag. All I'm just saying is, from that point on, I fucking had midgets up to here. That's midgets for you. Right, so look, we're. I think we're coming to the end of the show. I think I've.
Oh, we want more Ben, more Ben, more Ben.
No, I think an hour and a half's enough for me.
I think so. Yeah. We get on a bit.
So what we're going to do? First of all, I need to ask you a question. Have any of you guys ever been asked by a sex toy company to make a rubber cock? No. Well, I have, so you didn't have to. So, ladies and gentlemen, I brought the box. I have got one of these left, but I'm seriously, I'm not going to walk out on stage with a rubber version of my knob. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is the box. Bendover's realistic king-sized cock. Big Ben. See what they've done there? Yeah. And look at the strap line. Dong, dong, dong. They're clever fuckers, these Americans, aren't they? So that was it. So how this happened was I got a call from this company, Doc Johnson, who are the biggest manufacturers of sex toys in the world. Or they were, I don't know if they still are, but anyway. And they rang me up and they said, hi Ben, we'd like you to come to Los Angeles. We want to make a life-size replica of your cock out of latex. I went, ooh, that's a conversation that doesn't happen every day, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's a phone call that most people will never get. I went, yeah, okay, that's good. So anyway, they flew me to LA, and this was August 1997, I remember, because I got to my manager's house in Venice Beach, and I got to the top of the stairs, and I just collapsed. My back just went completely. I was absolutely just couldn't move at all.
With the weight you cock. Hang on. Sorry, mate.
So anyway, my back's just gone. Now at this point, all right, we were 3 years into the Bendover, and I'm not. We'd had like 12 #1 movies in a row. Everyone hated me in America, all the Americans. So I was pretty big news in the porn industry. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so they phoned me over, and my back's gone, and my money's gone. Oh shit, what are we going to do? Luckily, the operation, shall we say, to mould my cock was several days away. So I went, oh, it's okay, hopefully it'll be okay. Anyway, it wasn't, so I was lying there. Anyway, you could turn the telly, and of course it was the weekend that Princess Diana died. So I'm laying on the couch, and I'm watching this 20, so I know everything about Princess Diana. And also I watched a bit of the Discovery Channel for like days, so I know everything about Hitler and sharks. So anyway, Princess Diana's dead, right? So everyone's like morose, so I'm just sitting there. Anyway, we finally get to the day of the moulding, shall we say? And I really can't walk at all. He said, oh, you're gonna have to go in a wheelchair. I'm going, mate, I'm supposed to be one of the biggest porn stars in America. I can't turn up in a fucking wheelchair. You know what I mean? You just kidding me? Who's this? Who's this? Anyway, so I managed to, so I had a brace on everything. I managed to struggle to the place where we were doing it. And they took me down into this like laboratory, basically. So I'm like, oh. So this guy comes in, he'd just come off a Hollywood film set. I think he was doing Terminator 2 or something, or whatever it was. And he's a prosthetic specialist, works in rubber. I mean, works with rubber, not in rubber. He can turn up in a fucking gimp suit. So I'm thinking, something like, oh mate, how you doing? He says, yeah, so what's going to happen? He says, I'm going to mix this stuff up, and I don't know if you've probably dealt with it, you know, you've only got like a 30-second window before it goes hard. The latex, not my cock, right? Make the distinction. Anyway, so I said, yeah, all right mate, yeah. So I go, right, so I'm in the middle of a laboratory, it's probably the most unsexy place you could ever be, but I'm a professional. So I'm waiting there. My back's killing me. Oh, Jesus. So I'm wanking myself into a coma, basically. And they're like, he said, you're right. I said, yeah. So he started mixing this stuff up like that. So I'm here. So he goes, you ready? I said, no, I'm not ready. He said, it was gone hard. I said, no, it hasn't. He went, no, I mean this. So we're trying it again. So, all right, we'll be all right this time, mate. Don't you worry. Now I'm wanking myself into next week, and I've got no bus fare home. So he's going, I said, yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm ready. He says, yeah, but I'm not ready with this shit. I said, yeah, I'm hard. He said, yeah, but I'm not hard. You hard? No, not hard. Anyway, tried it again. Anyway, third time lucky. So I've got myself right to the edge. Right to the edge. I thought this will work. I said, yeah, I'm ready, mate. So he's got this basically a bit of gutter in, shoved it under my bollocks, right? And poured this warm latex mixture on top of my cock. That set me over the edge. I've just fucking shot me load. And I hadn't done shit for about 2 weeks, so there was fucking gallons. So I said nothing. I said nothing. He said, okay, just let your cock go down. I said, don't worry, mate, he's going down now. So it goes down, so I pulled it out, and he's got the thing, and he thought, oh, that looks all right. And this guy's from Hollywood, you know what I mean? He's not used to dealing with twats like me. So anyway, he said, oh, that looks all right. And I said, oh, God, I hope he does. He was just thinking it's a bit of lube or something, you know. He went, no. So anyway, he gets it like this, and he says, yeah, that looks all right. He said, I just better check inside. And he goes, right. And a big string of jizz falls right into his mouth. I know. I said, I'm really sorry, mate. He said, well, that's never happened to me before. I thought, no shit. And I thought, no. Can you imagine? Hey, honey, I'm home. How was your day? Yeah, my day was great. Let's not talk about it. So that was it. So there's Big Ben from. So that's the trauma I had to go through to. And they sent me 5. And I thought they said, yeah, we got a shipment coming across in a container. And I just thought, wouldn't it be funny? It wouldn't be funny, but it wouldn't be funny if the ship had a storm and the container fell in the sea and the doors opened and someone dived down to retrieve it and there's all my fucking cocks flopping about on the seabed. I just thought, that never happened, but I just thought, that would be funny as fuck. Thank you very much, everybody. And remember, all things must come to an end. All good things must come to an end, unless you're trying to have a wank over Susan Boyle. Right? I'll see you all real soon. Thank you very much for coming. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause. Lots of love, Mr. Ben Dover. Wow, what a show. Thank you, Ben. A lot of love in the room. Ben Dover. Thank you. More. Let's go.
I'm like Elvis, I can't do encores. Thank you very much one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. I'll see you real soon. Thank you.